Hey everybody, it's Big Pauly here, aka Cudzndrips. Welcome to another shopping video. It's Monday. We're going to head out to the usual spots of HMV. We're going to head to Tesco and Sainsbury's and see what bits and pieces we can see there, pickups. I know there's a couple of titles out this week, so we've got Jack Reacher 2 plus the Steelbooks, which I should imagine HMV will actually stock. I did have a delivery of the Steelbooks from HMV for the group buys, so I'll show you those a little bit later on. There's also a film called A Street Cat Named Bob. I almost said a streetcar named Bob, but I think there's a whole different kettle of fish. Bob would think so anyway. But yeah, so we head out there. Plus I'm also going to go to stop by on the cinema to watch Patriot's Day with Mark Wahlberg, so I'm looking really looking forward to that one. If it's as good as Deepwater Horizon and The Lone Survivor, then yeah, that's going to be really good. So anyway, let's head off out now and we'll see what we can find out there. Nice looking cars on the way round to HMV. Obviously a bit of a promotion there from Lexus. Can't see anybody standing around though. Wasn't approached by a salesman or anything, so quite surprised there. Not many people here today. There we go, HMV, so let's head in there and have a look. They've got a couple of copies of the Steelbook on the shelf. Let me try to see if I can dig this out for you. Yeah, see, look at that. That's quite nice, lovely, glossy, and a debossed logo on there. It seems that they've only got 2 copies, so I don't know if this is a very limited run. Going to pop in a little shop called Poundland. Obviously everything in here costs £1, so sometimes they sell some DVDs and Blu-rays, so let's go and have a look and see what they've got in here. You've got quite a few DVDs in here. I noticed a few Blu-rays. They've got Scary Movie. I don't know which one this is number 4 I think maybe. But yeah, these are all £1, so what's that, about 85 cents in America. Oh, the Pirate, based on a true story, so looks a bit Pirates of the Caribbean, looks quite good. But I mean, I could pick it up. I mean, it's only £1. Yeah, so Sunshine on Leith, never saw that, but surprised that one's actually on the pound, because I think that was quite a popular film. Or The Artist, which was one of the Oscar winners from years back. Beautiful creatures. A lot of these are probably a lot of low budget ones, and straight to TV, straight to DVDs. But yeah, there's quite a few. There was a couple of what would have been a few years ago some really big titles. You know, you're talking about, I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean there, and Tomb Raider. So, I mean, when these came out, they were probably £10 upwards, and as the years go on, obviously the price just goes down, and you almost end up giving them away at silly prices like that. So, perfect for anybody who wants to collect DVDs. Guys, I'm in the theatre now, just about to watch Patriot's Day, so it's a bit of Wahlberg today. As you can see, there's actually nobody else in this theatre whatsoever, so I'm all on my own. Boo-hoo. But yeah, hopefully a few more people will pop in and keep me company. So I'll see how the film goes, and I'll let you know at the end of the film. Bye. Hey everyone, just come out of Patriot's Day. That was an intense film. Wow. I mean, some of the effects in that were pretty good. The storyline, I mean, it starts off the day before the Boston bombing. If you are watching this, then there might be some spoilers, so it might be worth just skipping back to the actual Blu-rays that I'm going shopping for in a minute. But yeah, Mark Wahlberg at his best. He's pretty pissed off in this film, mainly at the beginning of the film up to the actual event itself. He gets an injury on the job, and he's just pissed off that he's actually thrown into being on the finishing line at the marathon instead of out there, doing the job that that he normally does. But as the day's events unfold, everything builds up. They start off with pushing some of the characters at the beginning. Some characters have primarily straight action, they right to do with the actual event itself. Some have nothing to do with the event itself and just end up being involved in the aftermath and things that happen at the end of the film. Very fast paced, didn't slow down for one moment, so there's no lingering moments. Very well structured. Peter Berg, he's a really good director. Lone Survivor was probably one of my favourite films, and also he did Deepwater Horizon, which was absolutely fantastic. Plus, I know a lot of people put it up there, but Battleship, is also one of my favourite films, like the Transformers, just wall-out action films, but yeah, I mean, this was a great film. I mean, the tension in this film, it just built and built. Few gruesome scenes. Obviously, it's to be expected with the retelling of actual events. But it put you right there, right in the action. Later on, towards the end of the film, the pace also picked up as they were trying to apprehend these bombers. And there was one hell of a massive shootout. I mean, there were gunshots going off everywhere, explosions going off everywhere. I mean, it kind of reminded me of Heat, with De Niro and Al Pacino. It was just relentless. It never ended, gunshot after gunshot. So yeah, I didn't know that actually happened after the events of the actual of the bombing. So yeah, I mean, if you like this type of film, it's sometimes it can be hard to watch because obviously it's not just fiction. It's true facts. You know that these people actually, some people died, some people got injured. And what was great was towards the end of the film, they actually showed and interviewed some of the actual people that were involved. So the characters that you follow through the film, you get to actually see them, you get to actually hear their story as well, which was really nicely done. I wouldn't say this is probably the best true life story of a huge event like this. Probably that'll still be World Trade Center, which just fucking shook me up so much when I saw that. But yeah, I mean, if you like this type of film, then by all means go and see it. For me, I will definitely buy this on Blu-ray and hopefully a steelbook when it comes out. But yeah, that's it basically. I will give it definitely a thumbs up. So yeah, anyway, we're off now to get me breath and get a cup of coffee, I think. Go and do a bit of Blu-ray hunting. So yeah, let's get out there and see what we can find. Okay folks, here we are at Sainsbury's. Let's head on in and see what they've got on the shelves today on this. It's a pretty gloomy and wet Monday morning, so not many people about. I just noticed this little stand here on the way in from the main entrance at Sainsbury's. They're giving away a free book with the DVD and the Blu-ray for Jack Reacher 2, so that's good. Here's the big release of the week. It's the Jack Reacher Never Go Back Blu-ray. It doesn't appear that they've got a 4K edition, so I'm not sure if they've actually released it on 4K. I might have to look around for that. But there's the book that you get free with it, plus also a double box set of both films. I already own the first film, so I won't be picking up this. But if you don't own it, then it might be the way to go. Pick both of them up for a reasonable price. This is the other new release this week. This is one I'm going to be getting this one, so I'll show you this one later on. But yeah, I'm glad they've got it on Blu-ray. I think this is another new release, I, Daniel Blake. I haven't seen it, so I can't really comment on it, but maybe if anybody's seen it, let me know what it's like. Plus the usual catalogue ones that have been out in the last couple of weeks. This looks a bit scary, so I might not give that one a try. I don't like films too scary. But yeah, King Kong, the Ultimate Edition with loads of hours of special features to get you in the mood for Kong Skull Island, which I think is out in about 2 weeks. So I might watch this one again before going off to Kong and see what that one's like. Okay folks, we just arrived at Tesco, so we're going to head in there and see if they've got anything different on the Blu-ray and DVD side. I just thought I'd stop by the magazines on the way round to the Blu and DVD section and Blu-rays. Have a look, see what we've got. So yeah, this is a new issue. Total Film, I pick that up sometimes, and Sci-Fi Now and SFX down there. Lots of Kong stuff and that. And this must be the real latest issue of Empire, so with Wonder Woman on the cover. So yeah, I'll probably pick that one up and see what they got in there. And Starburst with the Power Rangers. Oh, there we go. So that's the one that I'm after. So let's pop that in the old trolley. Definitely want to see that later on. As I say, there's only 2 big releases this week, that and Jack Reacher. And this was the Infiltrator with Bryan Cranston. So this looks pretty good. Girl with what? Girl with all the gifts or something? And the DVDs as well. And this one comes with a book as well. I think some of them actually come with other bits and pieces, like maybe a fluffy cat toy or something. Depends where you buy it. And this also one, this caught my notice, the Casper Van Dien. It looks a bit like Volcano. Do you remember Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones back in the 90s? It looks like that could be that sort of thing. The Hollow Point. Don't know, it looks a bit of a western. Can't say I've heard of this one. It's quite cheap, that one, £7. This is a really cheap section, this is. Yeah, you've got some big films. Creed on DVD, which was a bit underrated. I really like that film, but for £4 that is dirt cheap. Sometimes it's ridiculous, some of the prices that these films come down to. Your big titles, look, Batman, Superman, Jurassic World, Everest, King Kong. pick up an entire trolley full, you know, for £30–40. And the first Jack Reacher for £3. That is going down. I don't know if they're trying to maybe persuade people to buy Blu-rays by just knocking the DVDs out at really ridiculous prices, or if it's just you know, natural progression. And this is a good one. I actually missed this in the cinema, the hologram for the King with Tom Hanks, so I'm interested in seeing that one. This one with George Clooney. I didn't see this one. I really want to see this one because it's got the bloke that's going to be the new Han Solo in the new Star Wars spin-off film. So quite interested in seeing, you know, how his acting ability is. Just doing some shopping here in Tesco's as well. Tell me the logic in this: 8 cans of Diet Coke caffeine-free for £3.50, or spend an extra 5p and have an extra 4 cans. 12 cans at £3.55. I just don't understand the logic of this, you know, this selling. Hey folks, Big Pauly back from a shopping trip today. We checked out some of the usual spots: Tesco, Sainsbury's and HMV. I did pick up a title. I'm going to show you what it is in a minute. One thing I will say is that anybody who wants to go and see Patriot Day, go and see it. It is a really good film. I had a little bit of a review in there, so hopefully I didn't spoil it too much for you. I went to see John Wick 2 last week, and that is just awesome. So yeah, anybody who wants to go and see a real action film, then John Wick 2. Had a delivery today, which was from one of my group buys. I'll just hold these up for you. It is Jack Reacher 2, so we've had a delivery of those in. As you can see there, they shall be going out to members very soon. So it's only a small group buy because it's quite a widespread release. But I don't know if you could get a good look at that. I tried to get a good picture in HMV, but you can see a bit of a debossing on the Jack Reacher logo there. There isn't the border that goes around, the inner border, like they showed on the actual photograph, but it's no biggie really. I'm not too worried about that. So the film, the Blu-ray that I did buy, I'll show you now because I've got an envelope, so it's been handed to me, so we shall open it up and see which film that I actually bought. No, I bloody didn't. I didn't buy Twilight. Warren, you twat. I am keeping this, whether he likes it or not. Anyway, the film that I did buy was A Street Cat Named Bob. This is a little film about a busker that befriends a little ginger pussycat and just goes on travels with them. If you're not familiar with Bob, look it up. There's books, there's merchandise. It's a great story, and I know someone who will really like this because I'm going to show you in a minute. Whenever she comes in from the outside, cold and wet, she'll probably be settling down on the sofa to watch this as well. So yeah.
Hello, I'm Bobby. Ooh, what's that? What's that? Ooh, that looks like me on the cover. Ooh, I might want to sit on the sofa and watch that tonight. You up for that, Big Pauly? Yeah.
Everybody knows by now, I should imagine, that we lost a great actor this week, Bill Paxton, who was in so many great films. I mean, you're talking Terminator, Titanic, Apollo 13, True Lies, Aliens, and the list goes on. And all of those films are just ranking right up there with my all-time favourite films. So I was really sorry, and quite upset that we lost him. But I was digging around in the storeroom, funny enough, a couple of days ago, and talking, specifically of like James Cameron. I found this from years ago. I mean, we are talking probably about 25 years, maybe, I don't know. But it was a limited edition VHS box set that came out years ago. It was individually numbered. I shouldn't think it was numbered by Cameron. I don't think it was. But yeah, I mean, it came with. I'll show you what it came with. It came with a nice glossy book with all the information about the film and the making of it. Very similar to like the Blue Fans, with a little pamphlet in there with all the nitty bitty bits. The videotape itself, I don't know if you can get a good look at that. It's not right at the beginning, so for some reason I must have played it once and then stopped it after about 5 minutes. Don't know why. Such a great underrated film. And inside the actual cover is the actual limited number. So as you can see, it's only 5,000 copies, and mine's about halfway. So I don't know how many there are still out there. But yeah, it's a great box. I'm not going to sell it. I'll probably never sell it, just for memento, one of the early things that I used to collect on VHS. Keep an eye open over on Blu-ray.com. I've still got some group buys that are going, that are going to go in for the next couple of weeks, couple of months. I've just added a new one, which is The Great Wall. Now the Great Wall 4K steelbook had already been announced, I think on Zavvi it was, and they wanted about £35 for it. But HMV have now indicated that there's a 2D and a 3D combination one, which is about £22 in store. So that one is available over on the group buys to put your name down for, plus also the lenticulars at Cudzndrips.com. So head over there. So yeah, that's it for this week's shopping trip. So I'll see you on the next one. I will be fitting in those the Blue Fans lenticulars, hopefully within the next week. So I'll do a special video for that. There is one I received yesterday, which was Zootopia. So I'll show you that one. It's got a bit of a scuffed cover, but I'm getting in another cover being sent over by Kevin. So yeah, keep an eye on that. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.